Yo, yo, what it do, what it does, and what are we doing? I'm out, so you can't see me. I meant to record a little earlier, but, quite a few things came up. But here I am now, and I just want to say, you are not, I'm sure I don't say it in on different videos in the past, but you are not that which you think you are. What you think, let's say you got a calculator and the tallying up of the numbers that you put into the calculator are the thoughts. The thoughts are the numbers put into the calculator, and you thinking is the calculation of those numbers. You are you are not the calculation or the calculator. You are none of those things. You are that which is aware of the calculator and the calculation, just like you are that which is aware of the thoughts and the thinking. But that which is aware of the thoughts and the thinking is not something that you can be aware of, because it would be as if it would be like looking at yourself. Like you can see your own face and your own eyes without a mirror. That's what it would be like. Or if this can be understood also, what you are is what all things are. All things which spring or arise from you, or what you are. And so the essence of things is the same. It's the same as the essence of what you are. Those things do not differ. And as I'm saying these things, I'm not saying it because this is this, that is that, this makes sense, this does not. If anything, what I say that you understand will not make sense, because the things that make sense are exactly the things I'm speaking beyond. Things that make sense. Sense would be your five senses, or six senses as I call it. Because if you catch something by the mind, it is still similar to catching something by the ear, the nose, and whatnot. So it's not going to make sense. But you will understand when you do understand, and when you do understand, there is nothing to understand. Because if there is a thing to understand, that means that it makes sense. It is within the senses, and the senses are making sense of it. They can sense it. What I'm saying is not something to be sensed, neither is it something to not be sensed. And it is also beyond sensing and beyond not sensing, if that can also be received. But with all that being said, what we call God, the universe, life, control of life, whatever you want to call it, whatever you have conceptualized, that would be, that is the same as who you are and what you are. The thing is, what you are and who you are, at least as I say it, it's not who you are and what you are. Because no words can identify you. Just as in no words can identify the actual things that words are referring to. Rather it's a phone. That is a phone. Okay, if that is a phone, what is a phone? Or what is that? Either way it go, we can say we going by a system, and we going by the things we've been taught. But when we actually look at things and investigate and really, really interrogate and really just take it all in, things ain't quite the way that we took them in. The things that we took in, they are different than that which the structure of them, the way of them is different than that which we took in. When we understand that, then that which I took in is, it is what it is. But when we don't understand that, that which I took in is going to be different than that which I actually received. When it is, that which you have received is to be the same as that which you took in. That's what it is. What you believe as God is for you to take in, the result of it is to take in that which you thought was God. And it's not that you were right or wrong, not right, not wrong, as much as we're all on the same but different paths. We're on the same path as, this is God. We're on different paths, as in, okay, so that which I took as God is God. You, as a self, as a person, whatever you call yourself, human being, whatever, every other human or person or self is the same as you, no matter how different it is. You, so from how we identify it and call it, you have love for these different things. You got love for your dog. You got love for this particular object, the subject, or whatever. You got love for this particular person. But when have you ever had that love for yourself? The love that you know that you have for yourself at all times, or for understanding's sake, for the time that you can remember. It is not the same as the love you have for others. The love you have for self is the love to have for others. It is not that the love for you that you have for others is to have for everyone, but the love that you have for yourself, that love that you can't ever remember but you always been doing, that's the love to have for others. Maybe I'll edit the video, put some graphics on, for folks who probably ain't feeling the whole darkness thing. But hey, when you know different, you do different. So I ain't tripping, and the show gonna keep on. But rather it's easy to take in, and then it becomes hard, or it's hard to take in, but it becomes easy afterwards. After we take it in, God is the only thing that's real, that exists, whatever the case is. Anything else is what exists. Now, when I say God exists, I'm saying like what we call existence, God is the only thing there is. But when we say what exists, anything exists. Because no thing exists. But if we are on the wavelength of things existing, then anything can exist as long as it satiates our current logic and current reason. But anything else, better yet, as I keep saying, when you know different, you do different. And so, you know that you knew different before and you done different, but when you knew different, you did different. And that's the same with everybody else. If nothing else, I'm thinking, in my opinion, in my best, in my best that I can put it forth, everyone can do that. That which you knew different, you did different. And that which you know different, you do different. And that's the same with everybody, no matter what they're doing. No matter what they're doing that you think is the most wrong or the most right. When you know different, you do different. What I've heard as grace all my life is similar to an ice skater who would make a mistake, slip, fall, or whatever, But those who are judging her or him, the judges, they see it as a part of their dance. Like they did not make a mistake, so it is not counted as a mistake. Blessed is the man whose sin is not counted towards him, as David said. I forgot where in Psalms, but that's said in different places. But I definitely remember David saying it in Psalms. But that's the grace that I understand. So you say you sinning, doing wrong, whatever. The sin or the wrong that I do leads to the right that I'm gonna do. So not as if I'm out here doing wrong on purpose, as much as those who are blind would say I'm making mistakes. Okay, those mistakes are actually leading to my righteousness. Like that which I'm getting wrong is that which I'm making right. And so the forgiveness of sins, if there's no sin for you to be held to, there's no sin for you to hold nobody else to, therefore you ain't judging, so you ain't gonna be judged, type of thing. Hey, remember, it's called the tangent line. And seeing how long I've been recording, I'm actually, try to bring this to a close. But those who are judging the ice skater on grace, those who are judging the ice skater, that which they made mistakes on, slip, fail, whatever, look as if it was a part of the dance. That's what grace is. So when they slip, fall, whatever it is, that's not a part of the dance. They would say, wow, they move so gracefully. They move with such grace. That's what grace is. That's what grace is. So when we say God's grace, that's it. David said, blessed is the man whose sins ain't counted towards him. Jesus said that forgive others of their sins and we are forgiven of ours. Let's say we follow them rules because we ignorant, but when we actually know, then it's like, oh, whatever I'm doing, they doing. Whatever I hold against them is held against me. Whatever I hold against them, whatever I got that's different that would equal to that is held against me. Life is like a mirror or a dream. Man, hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go with it. Get with it to get listless, man.